Welcome to Rooted Cosmic Soul. This episode is about creating a chakra care process, especially for those committed to and engaged in their shadow work. I want to offer clarity on how I'm defining three specific words and terms. The first is chakra care process. The second is shadow work. And the third is connection between chakra care and shadow work. I define chakra care as the way in which I'm consciously and intentionally maintaining clear, balanced, centered energy centers in my experience of this human mind, body, and energetic life force. In this episode, I'm going to share ideas and considerations that I hope can support you in creating a customized chakra care process of your own. When it comes to the idea of shadow work, I'm going to quote Shannon Thompson, founder of Shakti Rising, in her foreword for Gold Mining the Shadows by Pixie Lighthorse. Thompson writes, "Shadow has become a buzzword meaning everything bad about you. This is not so. Although your entry point to real shadow work may be looking at your character flaws or areas where you need to grow, the nitty-gritty work of shadow is unearthing and discovering what is non-conscious. The moment we look in the mirror, we begin the work of moving toward the most important peace talks, those between our divided parts and our warring parts. If we can't hold this, we surely will not create changes in the groups and communities around us." Now, when I, creator of Rooted Cosmic Soul, first started engaging the shadow parts and pieces of me that were often screaming for attention and love, I used Gold Mining the Shadows as my blueprint. It was life-changing. If you are looking for ideas, concepts, and a tool to support your shadow work, I highly recommend this book. So there is chakra care and shadow work. What can it mean when we connect the two? From my perspective, shadow work is never ending. Sometimes parts of me are tough to engage and I feel rage. And sometimes these same parts are so tender and sweet that I laugh and blush in their company. At both ends of that spectrum and all the points in between, it has become clear to me, regularly attending to my energy, caring for it with grace, compassion, and commitment offers me sustained energy to keep going, or greater clarity that it's time to rest. It is at these energy centers we call chakras where I have found portals to myself, the shadow and the light. Tending to them is like knowing I need to get regular exercise, sleep, and choose healthy food to put in my body. Sometimes I falter and then I feel like crap, and I'm reminded to realign and re-engage the intention and act of worthiness and self-care. This is the same when it comes to my energetic parts. These vital and integral chakra centers need regular care and attention too. That care and attention and the ritual of it is what I call a chakra care process. And it is a support mechanism for the deep shadow work I want to engage to establish harmony and balance to the totality of my divine feminine self and my divine masculine self. This shadow work and chakra care process is necessary in a world designed to split and sever me from me. Based on conversations I've had with a few exploring friends, I thought an episode about chakra care for those deep in or wanting to engage in their shadow work was a worthy offering in these times of collapse. So let's get into it. If you've watched any of the other videos in the Rooted Cosmic Soul opening series, you may at some point make two observations. The first is that this video is substantially longer than any of the other episodes included in my opening series playlist. Episodes offered up till now have been a bit more entry level than this one. And while I would still call this an offering that is also a basic understanding, given that I will be sharing thoughts on the embodied 7 chakras from my own experiences, I require more time to properly ground this information with the respect of understanding it deserves. And the second observation you may have made is that I have not used the word meditation in any episode. This has been done with great intention. Beginning with the latter observation, why don't I use the word meditation? I think there is a lot attached to the idea of meditation that can inadvertently and perhaps purposefully make the art or act of being still with oneself feel off limits, unattainable, uninteresting, and overly prescribed by people who like to be gatekeepers of so-called secret info or are well-intentioned but of the age of Pisces. We delightfully are in the age of Aquarius. My personality and cosmic soul map finds restrictive or tyrannical instructions problematic and really difficult to engage. So for this and other reasons, I prefer the term spiritual sit versus meditation. This seemingly unimportant play on words allows the spaciousness necessary to engage my immanent, IMMANENT, power, choice, and free will to explore and engage what works. I believe there exists many situations in which a reverence and respect is necessary for certain practices, and they are to be followed with the exactness that particular belief calls for. What I seek to offer you here is not a specified practice or dogma. This offering is for those who, like me, feel a call to deepen the exploration of their spiritual self, likely an outcome of the shadow work we've engaged, but wish to do so from an expanded and transmuted lens, one that doesn't follow a specific spiritual or religious practice. You see, I was raised in a Christian cult. I personally have no interest in engaging in anything that doesn't allow me the space to question and seek, time to find my own faith and beliefs, knowledge to be curious about and further explore, and choice to call in and name practices as my own. I know for me, to transmute and heal, which is another way of looking at shadow work, the controlled and prescribed religious upbringing I experienced, it is important to consistently return to myself and call on, unpack, and remember my inherent connection to the unseen, the elements, the divine. It is for this reason I believe it is important that folks have access to ideas and how to create their own spiritual sits, or if you prefer, meditations. In these times, I find it necessary and helpful to engage in daily spiritual sits. Sometimes this consists of breath work, yin yoga, guided meditations, silent sitting, divination through oracle and tarot, journaling, sound baths, and or anything else that my spirit deems fit in that moment. This is an episode about creating one's own chakra care process. Essentially, it's things to consider to create your own self-guided meditation, or as I prefer, designing one's own chakra care process to incorporate in your spiritual sit options lineup. Mind you, I do not feel nor do I cast judgment on those who prefer and feel like they need externally guided meditations to engage in their spiritual development and maintenance. If that is what you desire, there are numerous guided meditation options out there, especially on YouTube. And perhaps I too will offer a guided meditation here or there as time allows. I have a saved playlist of guided meditations created by others that I've thoroughly enjoyed over the years and have returned to repeatedly. In my own spiritual development journey, these offerings have been necessary and amazingly helpful, and I am grateful. I still to this day return to them, and if called intuitively, I engage in new ones that cross my path. That being said, I also want to share that on my journey, I have found it necessary and even more impactful when I have engaged in self-guided chakra care processes. This is so that as I am deepening my relationship to my shadow parts and pieces, I can customize what energies, ideas, thoughts, and words I want to release and enhance energetically through my chakra care process. Also, it feels important to add, for me, there is a different connection that my being experiences when the voice in my ear or head guiding me is my own versus that of another, even the most well-intentioned and spiritually connected other. There is no one more appropriate for me to follow on this journey than myself. Part of my spiritual journey has been to learn to trust, believe, and know this. When it comes to the act of chakra care, I am often asked, how often is often enough? There is no one answer to this question. I offer a reframed question. What is my commitment to creating a ritual? And what is my intention around the timing for incorporating chakra care in my spiritual sits? Your answer is your answer. I seek to at least 2 to 4 times a week engage with great intention in a spiritual sit that focuses on my chakra care process. There are moments, events, outcomes of shadow work that intentional attention is given to my chakra health on a daily basis. For me, the deep chakra care process tends to be a longer spiritual sit, ranging from 45 minutes to an hour or more, depending on what is happening in my reality. I believe it is possible to do a 5 to 10 minute sweep through the chakras if I am maintaining a regular daily chakra care process. And to be honest, if I'm not crossing paths with too many toxic people or spending too much time online. What I offer you here are nuggets to be engaged, customized, built off of, and or disregarded as your individual experience and path requires. I'm sharing my ideas about the 7 more commonly spoken of chakras. I personally, at this time, in the density of the 2024 3D timeline, intentionally focus on connecting to and engaging the beautiful, powerful, deep, and intense spirit of our earth to generate the energy that supports me to clear, cleanse, and center this human body's energy portals. That clearing of portals for me is intimately connected to my shadow work, and much of that is connected to embedded and indoctrinated ways of being designed by the overculture of oppression, suppression, and control. This has been downloaded into this body on this planet Earth in my lifetime and the lifetimes of my ancestors. It's all happened here to our bodies and to Earth. I can intuitively feel that together, Earth and humanity can and are experiencing intense healing as we are engaging the ritual and intention of releasing and establishing harmony and balance within and without. Some questions to ask yourself. Why am I seeking to engage my chakras? Where am I placing my focus? There is no right or wrong here. There is just an opportunity for exploration and direction. About 6 years ago, when I first started really engaging this idea of chakra care through guided meditations I found on YouTube, I noticed a lot of folks in the spiritual YouTube world placing more focus on the upper chakras, throat, brow, and crown, as well as focus on connecting to the cosmos. For me, this often felt off intuitively. I vibe more with the Hermetic philosophy of as within, so without, as above, so below, as the universe, so the soul. I see the importance of the cosmos and the planet Earth for my embodiment and voyage. Making sure Earth is a deep part of my process supports my desire to be part of that which brings the divine feminine back to the forefront. But that is definitely a different episode. Also, I get the desire to focus on the upper chakras. I hold great compassion and grace for folks that find themselves there. I know how hard it is to face one's shadowy aspects, our own parts that hide from us and that we run from, hoping our pieces that are not from Earth will save us from this construct and ourselves. But I deeply believe our power is here on Earth, from Earth, and of Earth. That is why we, starseeds, lightworkers, healers, oracles, anyone interested in this video, have chosen to incarnate here and now. The journey is within. I believe the initial focus necessary for full chakra alignment is the lower chakras. Your stability, your passion, your power. It is all housed in the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. This overculture, construct, matrix, system, timeline, whatever you want to call it, is designed to separate our spirit and our soul from our embodiment. It is the best way to control us. So the journey is within. It is with our beautifully shadowed pieces where expansion, growth, understanding, and unconditional love live. And it is indeed messy. It is where our trauma dwells and our healing begins. This is why I believe having a chakra care process is so important. It will support the necessary shadow work our humanity needs in order to truly awake and ascend. I believe we are in a time that deepening and remembering our connections to Earth and her elements, remembering this human body's connection to the flow, phases, and tides of the moon, and remembering the divine feminine in, above, below, within, and without, can in particular create the deeper ethereal connections and healing many of our embodiments are seeking. Connecting to your body and Earth offers you an opportunity to experience a profound chakra cleansing process. And you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to be in a particular space. You don't have to be a specific race, gender, religion, class, or age. You and Earth are always available to each other. Don't sleep on the power of connecting to Earth. That is so yesterday and patriarchal. I will offer some considerations for planetary connections other than Earth with some of the chakra centers. In these current collapsing times, Earth is my focus, though. Planetary associations to chakras vary depending on the spiritual or esoteric system you believe in or are working from. I offer the ones that make sense to me. There exist belief systems and theories that connect planets to all of our energy centers. If that is of interest to you, it's an easy online search. Remember, what I offer you here is not a prescription. This is an offering of considerations. Do your own exploration and research and find what feels aligned for you and to you, and have fun creating your individualized chakra care process. When creating your chakra care process, consider these 3 points I ground in for my own customized process. Number 1, opening with establishing my grounding cord as a means to energetically dispose of thoughts, images, and energy that are hindering or binding my chakras. For more about grounding cords, check out my video called Initial Grounding and Releasing. Number 2, growing roots from the energy points at the soles or bottom of the feet to call up and in the marvelous and powerful energy of Earth to assist in cleansing chakra portals. For more about rooting into Earth, see my video called Connecting and Flowing Earth Energy. And number 3, I use affirmations and visualizations to clear, center, and charge my chakras. Consider, as you imagine, create, and foster your own chakra care processes, the following starting points. Check on your grounding cord, making sure it is connecting you to Earth's core, then growing roots from the bottoms of your feet. These two connect to the depths of Earth. Those that have a stronger connection to their clear senses may sense a flow from Earth into the roots immediately and with great intensity. What color, temperature, consistency, and feeling are you sensing, if any? Let it tickle your toes and tingle your ankles, shins and calves, knees, thighs and hamstrings, buttocks and hips. It can flow into blood, veins and vessels, joints, muscle and flesh, skin and cells. Don't worry if at first you're not sensing this rooted connection. With daily practice and intention, this changes. It is there. Trust. It is also relevant and sometimes necessary to simply believe and use your imagination to sense the love and hum of Earth moving up your roots and into your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual self. As this energy connects with chakra points, some folks like to visualize colors. I definitely do, to help focus and intensify the cleanse, charge, and center process. The colors I see in my mind's eye change sometimes. Know that you may see different colors than I mentioned here, and that is okay. If this is a path you truly deepen, you will learn, explore, discern, and decipher the why and what of the images and colors seen from your mind's eye when doing this type of spiritual and energetic cleanse. Remember, what you're being offered here is a glimpse into one of many ways to engage and deepen spiritual and energetic care. I share aspects of an evolved process I've stitched and sensed together over the last decade, and I imagine it will continue to evolve. Take what works, leave what doesn't, discern what makes sense for your being and your experience in this reality at this time. Trust that you can weave together a process that evolves and grows as you desire and need. At each chakra, consider using the affirmations and visualization shared as an inner narrative to release any energy blocking, hindering, or slowing a chakra from spinning, pulsing, vibrating, or lighting freely and with ease. As above, so below. Let's dig in. The root chakra. Visualize and sense the energy located at the base of your spine. I tend to see red here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know this chakra can include: I am. I exist. I am stable. I am secure. I am safe. I am grounded. I am enough. I am worthy. I am whole. I am perfect. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, and breathe in Earth's energy that was called up from your rooted connection process. Imagine or see this energy moving into the root chakra near the base of the spine. As it is flowing, it is moving out and down your grounding cord, any unaligned thoughts, emotions, or energy. Imagine the red of the root chakra brightening, the vibration aligning. Imagine the planet Mars is sending you powerful wisdom and support to be decisive, deepening your connection to Earth, access to your own choice and free will, physical strength, action, and gratitude. Consider taking deep, intentional breaths in hues of red that signify a divine union of Mars and your root chakra. Visualize the root chakra pulsating a beautiful mini cosmic spiral as your words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge your root chakra. The sacral chakra. Visualize the energy located above the root chakra and below the belly button. I tend to see orange here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know with this chakra can include: I feel, I create, I am creative, I am sensual, I am desirable, I am playful, I am joyful, I feel worthy, I feel whole, I feel perfect. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, and breathe in earth and water energy up from the rooted soles of your feet and into the sides of the body, hips, pelvic floor, groin, flesh, bone, blood, cells, and muscles there, and into the sacral chakra above the root chakra and below the belly button. Hold the intention of moving out and down the grounding cord any unaligned thoughts, emotions, energy. The sacral chakra can be associated with the planets Jupiter, Pluto, and Venus. Given the divine feminine nature of Venus, that is what I will focus on here. Imagine the planet Venus is mixing and mingling with your sacral chakra, offering you the love, relationship, joy, and pleasure that you desire. Perceive a watery, playful orange-hued energy flowing through you and filling your creative self with an immense sensual and sweet sense about it. Imagine the orange color of the sacral chakra brightening, the vibration aligning. Visualize the sacral chakra pulsating a beautiful mini cosmic spiral as your words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge this energy portal. The solar plexus chakra. Visualize the energy located above the sacral chakra and just above the belly button. I tend to see yellow here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know with this chakra can include: I am powerful. I feel powerful. I move with courage. I honor myself. I transform. I transmute. I alchemize. I am strong. I am unlimited. I generate. I decide. I choose. I collaborate. I am powerful. I feel powerful. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, breathe in earth and fire energy up from the rooted soles of your feet and into the sides of the body, rib cage, upper abdomen, and core, the flesh, bone, blood, cells, and muscles there, and into the solar plexus chakra located above the sacral chakra and just above the belly button. Hold the intention to move out and down the grounding cord any unaligned thoughts, emotions, or energy. Imagine the sun sending its light and energy and the yellow of the solar plexus chakra brightening, the vibration aligning. Visualize your solar plexus chakra pulsating a beautiful mini cosmic spiral as your words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge this energy portal. the heart chakra. Visualize the energy located at the full center of the chest, below the neck and above the abdomen. I tend to see green and pink here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know with this chakra can include: I am love. I feel love. I am kind. I feel kindness. I am grateful. I feel compassion. I forgive myself daily. I choose love. I am worthy of love. I love powerfully. I imagine my reality in love, empathy, kindness, compassion, and grace for myself and others. I let my heart be in harmony with all aspects of my being. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, breathe in earth and air energy up from the rooted soles of the feet and into the upper sides of the body, full chest and upper back, sides, and the flesh, bone, blood, cells, and muscles there. With intention, move this energy into your heart chakra located at the full center of the chest, below the neck, and above the abdomen. Hold the intention to move out and down the grounding cord any unaligned thoughts, emotions, and energy. Imagine the moon sending its harmonized light and dark energy, and the green of your heart chakra brightening, the vibration aligning. Visualize the heart chakra pulsating a beautiful mini cosmic spiral as your words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge this energy portal. The throat chakra. Visualize the energy located at the neck, throat area. I tend to see various shades of blue here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know with this chakra can include: I am hearing truth. I am speaking truth. I am authentically me. I am open. I am honest. I engage myself and others with integrity. I communicate with love. I remember to breathe. I have the power to connect my voice to the harmonized, balanced state of my heart intuition and my mind action. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, and breathe in earth and spirit or ether energy up from the rooted soles of the feet and into all sides of the throat, mouth, cheeks, ears, and the flesh, bone, blood, cells, and muscles there. Move this into the throat chakra located at the neck and throat. Send down the grounding cord any unaligned thoughts, emotions, or energy. Imagine the planet Mercury is sending you powerful support to think, communicate, and engage yourself and others from a clear conduit to spirit. And the blue hues of your throat chakra brightening, the vibration aligning. Visualize the throat chakra pulsating as a beautiful mini cosmic spiral, as the words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge this energy portal. The brow or third eye chakra. Visualize the energy located at the forehead in between the eyebrows. I tend to see indigo here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know with this chakra can include: I am intuitive. I am insightful. I trust in myself. I am seeing truth. I am thinking truth. I engage myself and others with awareness. I choose to imagine. I see or sense with love. I think with love. I remember to be curious. I have the power to connect my senses to that which cannot be seen or sensed as I shed the aspects of my being that have been suppressed, oppressed, and controlled. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, and breathe in earth and light energy up from the rooted soles of the feet and into both temples, forehead, eyebrows, pineal gland, head, scalp, and brain, plus all the other flesh, bone, blood, cells, and muscles there, and into your third eye chakra, located at the forehead in between the eyebrows. Send down the grounding cord any unaligned thoughts, emotions, or energy. Imagine Saturn is sending its powerful support to seek beyond what you already know, through personal authority and humility, with a call to illuminate wisdom and maturity growth available to you. See the indigo of your brow chakra brightening, the vibration aligning. Visualize your brow or third eye chakra pulsating as a beautiful mini cosmic spiral, as the words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge this energy portal. The crown chakra. Visualize the energy located slightly above the top of the head. I tend to see silvery, lavender, violet, sparkling hues here. Affirmations to say, sense, feel, believe, know what this chakra can include. I know I am divine. I know I am a spiritual being. I know I am one with the universe. I know my truth. I know peace. I know I am connected to spirit, earth, humans, plants, and the cosmos. I choose deep awareness. I consciously choose love. I consciously remember and regard a deep, meaningful, intentional spiritual connection. As this is said, imagine, sense, feel, breathe in earth and thought energy up from the rooted soles of your feet and into the pituitary gland and up and out of the top of your head, flowing the energy up and into your crown chakra. Sending down your grounding cord any unaligned thoughts and emotions and energy. Imagine the planet Jupiter's expansive and forgiving energy supporting your ability to be spacious, curious, and fair. The silvery lavender violet of the crown chakra brightens, the vibration aligning. Visualize your crown chakra pulsating as a beautiful mini cosmic spiral as your words, feelings, and thoughts chosen with intention are engaged to cleanse, center, and charge this energy portal. That covers the 7 more well-known chakra centers of the 3D experience for most humans at this time. Suggestions for closing your chakra care process. After you have finished with all 7 chakra affirmations and visualizations, take a few deep breaths. Notice your thoughts. Notice all that you may be sensing in your body. Nothing needs to be done, no judgment or fixing. Just notice and hold appreciation and gratitude for yourself for choosing to take time for your spiritual and energetic care. Ground in your sovereignty. Wiggle toes to return. When I ended here, I close with sending gratitude for the flow of cosmic and earth energies healing magic. I visualize and call in light to seal and protect the process. For those interested, here are some reiterations, clarifications, further considerations. Sometimes there is only time to clear, center, and charge the chakras quickly, and that is okay. Do what you can without shame and with grace and compassion for your whole being. There are times that energetic and spiritual care options must be delayed due to time constraints and lifing us. What I offered here was only care for the 7 chakras that to me make most sense for folks new to the journey. At the beginning of this, I suggested adding a full chakra care process to spiritual sits 2 to 4 times a week. For empaths and those who actively know they are in an awakening or ascending state, or are in energetic situations that are draining, consider doing a form of this chakra cleanse twice a day, once upon waking and once before sleeping. When you are stating the affirmations, pay attention to the unaligned thoughts, ideas, images, and contrasting feelings: tight stomach, cramps, nausea. During the chakra care process, I practice sending these energies down my grounding cord for earth to recycle, and in my conscious world, I use this information as fodder to do my shadow and internal work. My spiritual journey includes taking intentional time to be introspective and curious about these unaligned voices and feelings. I am not good enough. I'm not worthy. Sharp or dull pain when I said a specific affirmation. These are opportunities to explore where there exists space to adjust beliefs, behaviors, to practice active and intentional transmuting of internalized oppression and indoctrinated complicity in my own understanding of who I am and my true purpose. Check out the rest of this series for other care additions to your process when you have time. This includes running earth and cosmic energy, using the human body as a conduit for the two to connect, intentionally connecting certain chakras to flow their energy with, off, and into each other, using sacred geometry within your chakra portals to enhance spiritual protection and engagement, etc. Some have not been posted if you're watching this in real time, but I hope to have a few more advanced consideration videos up shortly. If you're watching this video a few weeks after its posting, you should be able to find these on the Rooted Cosmic Soul channel. May all who are listening to this find the chakra care and shadow work processes they desire. Unfettered and infinite love and gratitude.